The movie opens in Buffalo. Dan excels at car sales because he understands customer motivation, earning the title of Salesman of the Month once again. His colleague Hal makes a flamboyant entrance to the dealership, driving as though he believes cars, and by extension, women, prefer speed.
Cars like chicks, Jorge. They want to go fast.
However, the rest of the staff considers him odd. Dan leaves work early, eager to celebrate his anniversary, clearly cherishing his family life in their tranquil suburban neighborhood. They have 3 children, Nina, Kyle, and Max. Nina plans to follow her boyfriend to Iowa and switch her college major, abandoning her journalistic aspirations, much to her parents' disapproval. Kyle, struggling to communicate with his father, can barely say and chooses to visit his friend Samir instead, after Dan discourages his gaming habit.
Where are you going?
Samir's?
Again?
You made me quit gaming so I'd make friends.
I made you quit gaming because blowing people's heads off 24/7 isn't exactly healthy. You know, you're meant to be babysitting tonight. It's our anniversary.
An argument breaks out between Nina and Kyle over who will babysit Max during their parents' anniversary. Dan intervenes, assigning Nina the babysitting duties and suggesting it might be beneficial for Kyle to spend some time outside the home. Nina agrees reluctantly, masking her frustration as she suspects Kyle's real intentions at Samir's. The guy rides to Samir's house and hands over $200 as a rent payment for his gaming setup in the garage. Unbeknownst to his family, Kyle has gained popularity as a streamer known as Killboy, renowned for his skill in shooting games. Dan and Jessica celebrate their anniversary each year by visiting a carnival. While waiting in line for a roller coaster, some young guys watching Killboy's stream are so captivated
Oh man, Killboy is awesome.
that they let Dan and Jessica go ahead. Dan enjoys spending time this way, but Jessica craves more excitement.
You're such a creature of habit. I love that about you. Oh, we have sex on Thursdays?
After an exhilarating roller coaster ride, Dan promises to make their outings less predictable. During a tender moment as they kiss, someone snaps a photo without permission. Dan confronts the guy, asking him to delete it, but the young man mocks him and escalates the situation by posting the photo online and insulting them, calling Dan a loser. Jessica urges Dan to ignore it, but the provocateur spills his drink on Dan, taunting Jessica about being with a wimp. Dan, struggling to control his anger, walks away despite the disrespect. On their way home, Jessica assures Dan she didn't want him to confront the bully, knowing his strong aversion to violence. Yet, she feels secretly disappointed in him. At home, Dan reflects on the incident. He expertly changes his son's diaper and then goes to bed to find Jessica already asleep.
Oh, anniversary sex. I'm awake.
He mutters that he should have kicked that guy's ass, which makes Jessica laugh.
Totally could have taken him, honey.
Seeing her husband's disappointment, she apologizes for her reaction. The next day, Jessica vents her frustrations at a kickboxing class, where she strikes up a conversation with a woman named Gwen. While punching the heavy bag, she confides her troubles about their teenage daughter. Gwen reveals she is visiting Buffalo to see her ex. An accidental punch from Jessica lands squarely on Gwen's face, leading to an unexpected bond over smoothies. Jessica opens up about feeling trapped and frustrated with Dan's contentment with their mundane life. She reminisces about her earlier desires to travel and see the world.
My husband, he's just so content being here. In Buffalo?
Gwen, who turns out to be a travel agent, has to catch a flight, but leaves her business card with Jessica, offering a potential escape. While shopping with Max, Dan notices a suspicious man watching him. Reacting swiftly when the man lunges at him, Dan pleads to put his baby down first.
Really? So, at least let me put my kid down.
But the thug is unyielding. Even with Max in tow, Dan deftly neutralizes the assailant, surprising the onlookers. Driving home, Dan navigates the streets like another famous TV family man, drawing curious glances from his neighbors, who sense a change in him. At home, Dan uncovers a secret compartment filled with guns, outdated passports, and stacks of cash. Alarmed, he contacts Augie, a former associate, to arrange new identities for his family, revealing they are in danger. Augie informs Dan that his old boss McCaffrey has been scouring the earth for him. Fearing the photo posted online may have compromised his location, Dan offers $500,000 for new IDs and sets a meeting in Las Vegas in 3 days.
Meet me in Vegas in 3 days.
Vegas? Why Vegas?
I can't tell my wife I'm taking on vacation to Tempe, Arizona. Vegas I can sell.
You haven't told them? Are you mental?
Augie is shocked that his family doesn't know Dan was a professional assassin and urges him to tell his family the truth. Otherwise, it will be extremely difficult to run from McCaffrey's mercenaries with the family who has no idea what's happening. Hastily, Dan packs his family's belongings. In a rush, Dan heads to his children's school and interrupts an editorial meeting to ask for Nina. A A classmate informs him that she hasn't been the editor for 3 months, likely due to her boyfriend's influence. He offers her $50 for Nina's location.
I'm a journalist. I don't give people up.
100.
Try under the bleachers.
That's what I thought.
He finds Nina beneath the bleachers.
Your dad's hot. Okay, Kelly, that's gross.
Disappointed, he expresses his frustration over her abandoning her dreams of journalism.
How could you do that? You work so hard to become editor.
You don't even read my stuff.
Of course I do. I always do.
Yeah, bullshit.
However, there's no time to dwell. They must pick up her brother from the chess club, where Dan is further dismayed to learn Kyle has also quit. They drive to Samir's house, where Dan discovers Kyle has been paying to stream in the garage. Dan informs his children that they are heading to Las Vegas and instructs them to show nothing but excitement about the trip to Jessica, or he'll reveal they've been lying all the time. At Jessica's workplace, Dan persuades her to embark on the spontaneous trip she's been craving. Confused about the sudden urgency, Jessica is initially hesitant, but Dan's insistence and salesmanship win her over.
Who are you? I don't even recognize you.
Oh, you're gonna love him. He's crazy and bad.
Ooh, are you sure it's not Tuesday?
Impressed by this new side of Dan, she agrees excitedly. As they prepare to leave, Dan spots a black SUV parking outside the hospital and urges Jessica to leave immediately. As they exit the parking lot, McCaffrey's men appear. As the bus passes through, Dan skillfully evades the pursuers, weaving stories to explain his abrupt driving. Despite a close chase, he continues to evade their pursuers, all while keeping his family oblivious to the danger.
Sorry about that.
There, Leadfoot.
Like a squirrel or something jumped out in front of me.
Realizing there's a tracker in his car, Dan quickly drives into his workplace, narrowly closing the gates on the pursuers. In a hurried attempt to disguise their actions, he lifts the car with his family still inside, claiming he needs to change the oil and check the coolant.
Can we not be in the car for it?
While under the car, he locates the tracker and manages to remove it just as the pursuers pass by, missing them entirely. Spotting Hal about to test drive a new car, Dan encourages him to push the speed and stealthily attaches the tracker to Hal's vehicle.
Get her on the freeway. You open her up and you get a ticket, it's on me.
The pursuers fall for the decoy. With 33 hours left until they reach Las Vegas, Dan's wife and kids busily tweet and post about their trip. To avoid detection, Dan collects everyone's phones, declaring it a device-free trip, which frustrates the kids.
Yours too.
They are unaware that he plans to dispose of the phones completely.
Mine too. All of us, okay? Solidarity. Bye! No way you just did that.
Oh my God,
What?
Dad.
I just freed our family from the shackles of technology just like that.
You've lost your mind.
Now, without phones, they rely on old-fashioned navigation. At the travel agency, the clerk is amused when he hears they don't have phones and pulls out dusty old maps.
I'm gonna need a credit card.
Dan hands him a stack of cash, asking him to book a room in a Las Vegas hotel. For the first time in a long while, the family genuinely bonds. Singing Vanilla Ice's Ice Ice Baby on the road, the parents and eventually the kids join in,
What is Ice Ice Baby?
creating a memorable family moment. Meanwhile, McCaffrey personally visits Dan's house. His tech guy discovers Kyle's identity as the popular streamer Kill